Hello, welcome back to the channel. The last time we lost was against Ajax in the Eredivisie a couple of episodes ago. Today, we face them again, this time in the quarter-final of the Dutch Cup. Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode number 46 of Going Dutch as we try and turn around a Dutch side that's been relegated from the Eredivisie, in this case Waalwijk, and we are trying to return them to the top flight and leave them as an established side. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games as usual. First up, it's match day 22 in the Eredivisie. We face Heerenveen at home at the Mandamakers, and then we are away for the second time in a row to Ajax, this time in the Dutch Cup quarter final. And we're looking to try and beat them for the first time ever in this series. Last time got beat 5-0. Hopefully we won't have a repeat of that today. Hopefully not. If you're just wondering, change your shirt. Usually we have the away Dutch shirt. Today we've had a new shirt delivery and we are wearing the home shirt, the orange shirt. If you want to see the unpacking of this shirt and a few others, then the video should have come out yesterday. Go and have a look for it in the playlist. I will put a link up above so that you can see that video. Just keep an eye out for it. Having said all of that, if you do enjoy either this series, these videos, or indeed our tutorial or shirt videos or tactics videos or so on and so forth, then please leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and also you can follow everything that's going on the channel so you know when it's released by follow me on X at JustOffside2. Right, thank you very much to all those who have subscribed. Thank you to all those who have made comments. It is much appreciated indeed. Since you were last with us, we are still in transfer window territory, just today being the 30th of January. So I think transfer window will slam shut between this and our second game of the episode. I'm not sure we actually need to bring anybody else in, to be sure. Eduard Atesta has come in. He is a Colombian 29-year-old midfielder. Let's get on the right screen. He can play up the middle of the park here. I think we did talk about him last time out. Prefers to be a deep-lying playmaker. If you play him in a defensive midfield, also a deep-lying playmaker. Can also play as an advanced playmaker in the attacking midfield role. Yeah, I think he's looking as if he may be okay. He joins us from SEP in Brazil, where he played a couple of seasons in their first division. Played 81 games for them, scoring 2 goals, making 7 assists, and got an average of about 6.88 over those 2 seasons. Hopefully he's going to do better. As you see, he's played 1 match for us so far, created 1 assist and got a 7.8. So fingers crossed that he will be okay. He's been around SEP for quite a while. Was at LAFC in America and started out at Independiente Medellin in Colombia. So that's the track of Eduard Atesta, and I have to tell you, we did think he was going to go, and he did go, and this is his replacement. Jacko Oaksonen went to Luton. I think we did cover it in the last episode, but we'll cover it again just in case. 4.5 current ability, 4.5 potential ability. Can, of course, play up that middle of that park, the same as Atesta. To be fair, if you do a quick comparison between the two of them, there's not a great deal in it. Oakson wins on mentals. He wins slightly on aerials. He wins on physical. But when you talk about speed, vision, and technical, Atesta wins. They're both very good at defending, both very good at attacking. So yeah, it's a little bit of swings and roundabouts really. Three to Atesta, 3 to Oakson. So they're pretty much similar animals, as it were, and we'll see how he performs in today's episode. We have played one match since you were last with us. Last time out, of course, that loss to Ajax, 5-0 in the league. We managed to get back, albeit in extra time, against Fortuna Sittard, which left us with that draw, of course, which put us in a position of the Dutch Cup quarter-final against Ajax, of course. Today, our Nemisis coming up. But as I say, we have played one game. That game against AZ. Let's go and have a goal highlight roundup. And it was Ross Stewart that's got us underway after 39 minutes. A ball out to Drambev. Drambev crosses this in. Stewart at the back post. Nods it past Christoph. 1-0 at half-time. And the ball picked up by Stewart in midfield. Finds Cruz. Back to whoever. Whoever hits it from outside the area. It's a daisy cutter. 2-0. And Ross Stewart added a third, his second, our third, on 65 minutes. Romney's cross in. Stewart puts it away. And into injury time at the end of the second half. Peter through to Stewart. Eltim through to Toure, to Jeanne Toure. Makes it 4-0. And we weren't done yet. Drambev throwing to Atesta. Atesta gets the ball back from Drambev. It's crossed in and Peter makes it 5-0. And that was the final score, 5-0 against AZ. And we'll have a look at AZ in a minute, because they're a side that we never seem to be able to beat. But we did in this occasion. 16 shots, 10 on target, 2.20 on the old XG. So we well beat the XG, 63% of the possession. They had 10 shots, 6 on target, 0.83 and 37% of the possession. It was an extremely good day at the office. The only thing that we did tweak the tactic very, very slightly. Varro normally plays as a defensive midfielder in between Drambev and whoever, and we moved him forward into still in the deep line playmaker role, but slightly more forward. And I don't know whether that just gives us enough impetus. I don't know. But Ross Stewart picking up player of the match. 1 key pass, 2 goals, an 8.7 for him, and plenty of other greens in there as well, including players that come on as substitutes, including Atesta, who got 1 key pass, 1 clear-cut chance, and an assist. So he had a very, very good debut. That left the Eredivisie looking like this after that. 21 games played by everybody. Feyenoord running away with it on 54 points. They are clear, 4 points clear of Ajax in second on 50 points. And PSV, 9 points adrift of Ajax on 41 points. We are tucked in fourth on 40 points. Exactly the same as FC Utrecht. But the only difference is that we've scored more goals, because after points and goal difference, it then comes down to goals for, and in this case we've scored 47 to their 34, which is why we are in 4th place. And then at the other end of the table, Excelsior taking up the relegation playoff spot on 17 points, on goal difference from FC Emmen. NEC Nijmegen are in 17th on 16 points, and FC Groningen, they have drawn another match, which gives them 4 points now, but they're still stuck hard and fast to the bottom. 12 points adrift of Nijmegen, and 13 points adrift of Excelsior and FC Emmen. They're going to have to turn their season around rather quickly, because 34 matches, we go on match day 22. We are only about 12 games away from the end of the season. And I do think FC Groningen are odds on to go down. We did say that we would check the AZ past meetings with AZ. And as you'll see, this 5-0 win is the only time that we've beaten them. 2-1 loss in the Eredivisie at the Mandermakers, a 1-0 loss at their place, a 1-1 draw at the Mandermakers, a 2-0 loss at their place, a 0-0 draw at their place earlier in the season, that was. And we have finally beat them, and didn't we beat them comprehensively? Let's hope we can do a similar thing to Ajax, who has got a similar trajectory, as it turns out. Heerenveen are first opponents of the episode then, and we have beaten them out of the times that we've played them 5 times. We have beaten them 4 out of those 5. Lost just the 1. That was in the Eredivisie, I think, before we arrived, possibly. And they beat us 2-0 on that occasion. Nicolescu and Kohlhart, the scorers on that case. That at the Mandermakers, of course. Since then, we have had comprehensive last season, beating them 3-1 and 3-2, respectively. Earlier this season, we beat them 4-2 at theirs. Can we get a result again today at the Mandermakers? Let's go and find out. And here is the side that will face Heerenveen in this Eredivisie matchday 22. Setford in goal, Van der Beek, Martins Indy and Rosier are defensive line. Drambev and whoever are the wide players. Otessa plays in that slightly more forward role. Latonda and Cruz are the wide player attacking players. Romney is between them. Ross Stewart continues the attack up front. And then on the bench, it's Vasan, Rekic, Eltim, Shrivers, Peter, Vero, Stanovic, Ture, Hansen, Lobinger, Cares, and Van Duren. And here we are at the Mandermakers. 1-4 of our last 5 lost. The other one, as I say, a formation very much the same. A tester playing slightly more forward. They've lost their last 2 matches, drawn the other 3, and they're playing a 4-2-3-1 today. We are 4th on 40 points. Heerenveen 6th on 34. They're playing in all red tonight. First highlight comes 17 minutes in, a free kick deep in their area. We won that ball, but a tester lost it. Rosier down to Romney. Romney through to Stewart. Stewart creates the space, and Stewart puts his 11th goal of the season away. And that's why he's in attack. And on 18 minutes, we take a lead against Heerenveen. It was a lovely work ball. Tester losing this ball, but Rosier winning it back. Romney straight through the line, found Stewart. Stewart just created the space and put it past Nopert. And another highlight. Romney again in midfield, 22 on the clock. Cruz, Rosier, whoever, back to Rosier. Rosier finds Martins Indy. He's going for a gentle build-up. A tester out wide to Drambev. Drambev cuts inside. Drambev has a go on his own. Misses the post. They have a free kick, possibly for an offside. And Drambev fancied his chances last time out. Didn't get it. And good Johnson through to Chabani. He's couldn't find a way through. Kudai. Hall through to Van der Beek, cutting that out. Cruz. And we're on a counter now. Latonda out wide to Drambev. Drambev puts it in to space for Latonda. Latonda now just needs to get into a position, cross this in, which he has done. Back post Stewart. And Stewart gets his 2nd goal of the game. His 12th of the season. And on 27 minutes, we take a 2-goal lead. And move up into 3rd place. Because of it, Latonda got round his man and hung it up. Stewart beating 2 defenders to put that away. We have a corner. A tester fires this one in. It's cleared. Whoever comes out to Drambev. Drambev. Rosier. Martins Indy. It's all very tight there. And Hendricks had his arms up. I'm not sure why. Cruz into the area. Cuts it back. And it's an own goal, I think. It is an own goal. Machida puts it away. He crossed that in. And Machida got a foot to it. It's crossed in. Hendricks headed it down straight to Cruz. Cruz crossed it into the area. And Stewart looking for his hat-trick. And Machida decided he wasn't going to have his hat-trick. Got a boot to it. And it rolled into the side netting. And we have a free kick. 46 minutes. We are in that 2nd minute of added time. And Atuesta gets a goal. And, well, his first goal for us. And it was a very good free kick. And right on the stroke of half time, it's 4-0 round the wall, beating Nopart. And half-time comes, and I'm sure Heerenveen are thinking, thank goodness for that. They've just been blown away. Basically, they've had one shot, nothing on target, 0.06, 48% of the possession. We've had 8 shots, 5 of them on target, 0.92, and 52% of the possession. Ross Stewart getting 2, Machida an own goal, and a Tester a wonder free kick on 46 minutes. More of the same second half, boys, please. And with just 48 minutes on the clock, 3 minutes into the second half, and we have a forced change. Drambev has picked up a potential lower leg injury. Hopefully nothing too sinister, but the fact that he's had to come off doesn't bode well. Peter will come on to replace him in that back position. We can swap them two around if we need to, but an enforced change on 48. And on the 60th minute, they are on attack, and they've got a goal back. Okudi. We're not going to keep a clean sheet today, and, well, just need to stop them getting back into the game. Carl's back to Okidi. And a ball won by a Tester in midfield. It's got to Latonda. Latonda comes forward. Latonda, he's not going to cross this in, but he's got Peter there. Pulls it back for Romney. And Cruz had a shot saved by the goalkeeper. No, but he's gone for a corner. We've changed slightly. We've dropped a Tester back into that defensive midfield role. Having conceded one goal, we don't want to concede any more. But Cutie is running away at the minute. We need to stop him. Getting back in numbers now. Ball out of defence again by Heerenveen. Romney tidying up. Romney had left it for Rosier, and Rosier was having none of it. And Romney thought he better sort it out, which he did to Yale, Virginia. Peter out there in that defensive position. And Van der Beek. Van der Beek finds Romney. Romney into midfield. Cruz out to Peter, who's moved forward a bit. Peter inside to Romney. Romney looks for support. He's got a Tester there to support him. And Stewart gets his hat-trick. A question whether he was offside. 13th goal of the season. If it's not, he may have been. I wasn't really paying that much attention. It's not. It's a goal, and Stewart has a hat-trick. It's 5-1 then. We've got that goal, that 4-goal cushion back. It was hung up. Oh, he's well onside. And no parts beaten again. We'll see the lines this time. There are the lines. The yellow line being the Waalwijk players. Just kept onside. And with 73 minutes on the clock, making 2 more changes. Marley Cruz, who's not had a bad day out there, but he's picked up a yellow card. We don't need to risk him. We've replaced him with Stanovic. And the other change that we've made is we have taken off Ross Stewart. Had a storming game, 3 goals. Surely player of the match. And we've replaced him with Martin Keers. 74 on the clock. Peter with a throw on that far side. It's back to Van der Beek. Martins Indy. Martins Indy goes all the way back to Setford in goal. Rosier. Stanovic, who's beaten in the tackle. And Carl's back comes forward. And need to thwart him if we can. Got numbers back, but still need to stop them attacking. And he threw. Good Johnson will try and get a shot away. It's crossed it, and it's come off Setford. Gone for a corner. Cutie, who scored the goal that they've scored, and with nearly 81 minutes on the clock, making our final 2 changes. Patrick Varro comes on to replace Eduard Utesta, who has had a good day, scored a goal, and he's had another really good run out. and he's on to replace him. And Emil Hansen comes on to replace Ole Romney. 82 o'clock. They have a free kick. Van Util, Kanak, and he's cut out by whoever, but it's not cleared. Kanak, he was off his feet, and they've got a second. Shabani, the scorer, and it's 5-2. I was still a bit susceptible to these chances. We have sort of shut down shop, but at the moment, with 89 minutes on the clock, they're attacking us again. This one crossed in, set for making a save. It's not clear, though, and we need to get rid of it. Kanak is going to have another go, and he scored, and they've got 3. Goodness me. We've let 2 late goals in, and it's not good enough. 4 minutes of extra time to be added, and we didn't clear our decks at all. And Kanak, oh, we got a deflection. Deflected off of Vero. And we get the game underway again. Cares. And a bit of a worry. We're seeing a highlight from the restart. They get another one back. They will be, we're on a 5-5 draw. That will be disappointing. Van der Beek, we've been absolutely ferocious at them. Peter. Vero to Van der Beek. Referee getting in the way. Stanovic has hit the post. Who was that hit the post? Cares. And he was offside anyway. And we have seen the game out. But 3 goals is disappointing, to say the least. Certainly on 83 and 70. Shouldn't have conceded those 2. I'd have given them the one consolation goal, but that was about all. So disappointing as it's turned out. But we have won the game. Ross Stewart with a hat-trick, an own goal, and a tester on 46 minutes, getting us the win. And 13 shots, 8 on target, 2.05 and 54% of the possession. Heerenveen had 8 shots, 5 on target, 1.08 and 46% of the possession. As you'll see down here, we had all of the first half. Early part of the second half, they came back into it, got that goal. Then we seemed to refocus again. And then pretty much for the second half of the second half, last 20 minutes, we weren't really in it at all. One other thing to say, Ross Stewart has picked up player of the match. He's 3 goals and 9.7 for him. A good day at the office. Let's see how that leaves us in the Eredivisie. And here we are with a roundup of the scores. Of course, obviously our 5-3 win against Heerenveen. Feyenoord have beaten Vitesse by 3-0. Continue their winning way. They've won 18 games so far this season. They were Saturday's games. Sunday games, as Vol beating Sparta Rotterdam, Excelsior and Groningen 0-0, which means Groningen have picked up another point. FC Emmen and PSV a 2-2 draw. Utrecht beating FC 20 by 2-1. Not what we wanted, really. We want Utrecht to lose. Fortuna Sittard and Nijmegen a 1-1 draw. And AZ beating Roda Kerkrade by 2-0. Leaves the table looking like this then. After 22 matches, Volendam and Ajax, the 2 sides that haven't played as yet. When do they play? They play on Saturday next week. So their games in hand at the moment don't really affect us too greatly as it stands. So Feyenoord at top. Ajax are in second with the game in hand on 50 points, 7 points adrift. We are 7 points adrift of Ajax in third place on 43, just ahead of FC Utrecht on goal difference. Then PSV have dropped down to 5th place on 42 points by virtue of their 2-2 draw against FC Emmen. Heerenveen remain in 6th place on 34 points. AZ move up into 9th on 31, and the bottom, it stays pretty much the same. Emmen and 15th on 18 points. Excelsior 16th, also on 18, but on an inferior goal difference. Nijmegen are 17th on 17, and then still 12 points adrift of Nijmegen are FC Groningen. Right, it's only a couple of days down to the match against Ajax. We'll be back just ahead of that with any team news. Oh, we do have one bit of news though, don't we? Before we go any further, that injury to Drambev, and it's not good news. I can tell you that now if I can find it. Here we go. He's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks with pulled calf muscle. That is not good news. So I've been gone a while, sorting out transfer day, deadline day, and nothing else, nobody else coming in, nobody else going out. We have had a huge problem trying to sort out the Conference League registration as well. We've managed to get 3 players in and 3 players out, but I think we're going to cause a little bit of a problem for ourselves in the fact that I messed up from the word go. So something we need to fix or make sure we don't make that same mistake next season, and we'll have to see what we can do. Right. We are down to match day then, and the Dutch Cup quarter-final against Ajax. 5-0 the last time we played them. We lost. We don't want to do the same again today if we can help it. Our record against Ajax is pretty poor, of course, only beaten them once in the Eredivisie. That a game at the Mandermakers back in 2025. 3-2 win on that occasion. A similar result today would be very nice, but it's going to be exceedingly difficult at their place, as the 3 times that we've played at their place, we haven't even scored a goal. 2-0 in 2024, 1-0 last season at their place, and so far this season 5-0. So let's hope for a better result today. Let's go and have a look at the side that will face Ajax in this Dutch Cup quarter-final. Here we are for the second game of the episode, and the side that faces Ajax in this Dutch Cup quarter-final. We'll have a funny feeling this could be coming to a shuddering halt today, but fingers crossed. We are without the 2 injured players, Drambev, of course, and Boumassoudi in the squad today. And the team looks like this. It's a very familiar side, just pretty much that one change. Latonda dropping down into the left wing-back position in place of Drambev. Stevanovic coming in for Drambev then, or Latonda, on that left side. Otherwise, it's pretty much the side that we put out in the last match against Heerenveen. Setford is in goal. Van der Beek, Martins, Indy and Rosier are the defensive line. Latonda and whoever are the wing-backs, with Testa between them. Stanovic and Cruz, the wide attackers. Romney sits behind Stewart up front. And then on the bench, it's Vassen, Rekic, Elletim, Shrivers, Peter, Varro, Leveld, Toure, Hansen, Lobinger, Kers and Van Duren. And here we are at the Ajax Stadium. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 today. Broby leading the attack again. Brendan Rodgers is their manager. And we're playing our usual formation, although Atesta is playing a little bit deeper today. Five minutes in, our first highlight. Whoever with a throw into Atesta. Back to whoever. It's got through to Cruz. Cruz. Latonda. It's taken a few deflections there and it's come away. And we've still got the ball. Atesta. Whoever crosses this in. And Romney, I think it was, headed over the top. And the first chance goes begging. There won't be many of them. And it was Romney over the top. Ball forward again. Stanovic. Stanovic to Latonda. Back to Stanovic. Stanovic finds Latonda. Latonda tried to get it through. It's through to Romney. And it's gone over the top. In fact, the goalkeeper made a save. It's gone for a corner. Testa. Swings this in. It's headed clear. We've not scored any corners from that type of tactic. We might need to look at it. Rosier. Whoever. Oh, it's come back off the crossbar and goalkeeper saves it. 27 o'clock. Latonda with a throw in to Romney, who's picked up a yellow card. Latonda. Van der Beij. Martins Indy. Van der Beij. Trying to find a way through, but he's gone back to Setford. Van der Beij. Tester. Latonda. Latonda finds Stanovic. Stanovic on a run now. Stanovic needs to get this ball in. It's not. It's deflected off the defender. And Ajax come away with it. Broby did us damage last time. And he's got that out wide. And they switched the play. Inside Souza. And it's come off a defender and gone for a corner. Souza will take the corner. It's going to be an outswinger. But Setford, having none of it, comes out and collects. Cut back for Souza, and it's rolled into the area. And Martins Indy and Setford making the save. Under with a throw, 34 on the clock to Romney. The tester over the top, but it's nobody there, and it's back to the goalkeeper. And they just seem to overrun us. Broby, Rooney, back to Van der Werk, Souza, Taylor. And it's into the area. It's clear, but not cleared. And a penalty. Rosier bringing down Souza, I think it was. No, it wasn't. It was Taylor. And it is a penalty. Taylor will take it. And he's popped it in the corner. Setford went the right way. His 9th goal of the season, and on 36. They take the lead. It's not been as forthright as it was in the last game we played them, but nevertheless, they have taken the lead. Latonda with a throw in on that far side. Van der Beij. Setford. Van der Beij. Stanovic. Trying to roll that through for Romney, and it wasn't happening. The defenders very good eye on what's going on. They seem to have a man over spare in the midfield here. Taylor is causing us all sorts of problems in that midfield. It's cut out by Martins Indy. Stanovic out to Latonda. Latonda, it's got 2 on him out there, and it's headed forward. Martins Indy can't bring it down, but they have now. And Martins Indy's going to have to do better than that. I think he's injured. He's hurt himself. And they've got a second. And we are on our way out. 43 minutes. We were doing so well up until then. No more highlights in that first half. 2-0 at half-time then. They've had 9 shots, 4 on target, 1.65 and 59% of the possession. They are the cup holders, and not for a reason, really, are they? We've had 5 shots, 2 on target, 0.44 and 41% of the possession. It's not been good enough again. And we're making 2 changes at half-time in this game. Injury to Bruno's Martin Indy, lower leg injury. He has been replaced by Omar Rekic. And we're changing 1 player up in attack as well. Ollie Romney is off. And we've brought on Jurgen Elatim. They have a free kick, 56 on the clock. It's swung in. Cruz is there to defend. And Cruz comes away with that ball. But he's been outrun by Taylor. And Ajax have the ball again. Goes all the way back to Ramage in the Ajax goal. Manzewerk, Broby, Youssef, Rooney moved the ball around nicely, and we struggled to keep up with them. When we start to beat Ajax, then I think we're in with a chance to clear the ball, and it's gone for a corner. Souza with an outswinger, swung deep, and Setford has got it. When he cuts inside, that's the problem. And with nearly 63 minutes on the clock, making 2 further changes, Marley Cruz is off, Peter is on to replace him, and we've removed Ross Stewart up front and brought on Martin Kears. With 75 on the clock, Ajax in defence. Latonda wins that ball. Eltim, Stanovic through to Eltim, and goalkeeper puts it wide. And another chance goes begging. A goal then would have made it interesting, I think. Eltim with an outswinger. He's pulled it back to Peter, back to Eltim. Eltim, Latonda, and I think the goalkeeper's made another save. Asking questions at the minute. Tester, and he's pulled it back to Eltim. Eltim, Tester, Eltim. It's swung in, it's still bobbling around there. Peter pulls it down. Van der Beek, Rosier, Rekic. It's coming to nothing though. Highlight. Latonda gets in there. Nice ball to Eltim. Through to Eltim. Ramage with a goal kick. 80 minutes on the clock. Manzewerk. And tackled by a tester, but gave the ball straight away. Youssef having a run, and he's gone through it, but it's cut out. And in the back of the net by Rykov. And a question whether he was offside or not. I was trying to see who it was put the block in, but it was... and it's a goal. 3-0 on 81. The original block coming in, Youssef. And it was Van der Beek who got a boot in. Stopped it, the original attack. But Manzewerk threading it through to Rykov. And I think it was whoever that was playing him on. We'll see it now. At the point that ball's played. Oh, I don't know though. Oh no, it's a question. Saying that his legs there. These two are definitely offside, but not really interfering with play. And with 83 minutes on the clock, our final change. Edouard Testa is off. Patrick Verreau comes on. We're coming forward again, whoever. I was just about to say, it'd be nice to get a goal. The first time we've scored at the Ajax Stadium, but it's not going to happen. And there's a danger they're going to get a fourth here. And they're through. But he was offside. And our Dutch Cup run is over. It's all over. 3-0 loss to Ajax, and still not a goal scored against them. 9 shots, 5 on target, 1.11 and 49% of the possession. They had 18 shots, 9 on target, 3.33 and 51% of the possession. We did have periods of that game, but still not good enough. Well, our Dutch Cup season is over. But the good news is Bruno Martins Indy, a bruised shin. He's only going to be out for a couple of days and joins the growing list. Drambev out for sort of up to 3 weeks. Boo Masoudi should be back very soon, though. 2 to 3 days with food poisoning. So that's good news. So really only Drambev out long term as it stands. Right, not a great deal else to tell you. I don't think it's anything else happened in the Eredivisie. That game in hand hasn't been played yet. So we are as we were. We're going to have FC Volendam off a line. We're going to then come back for Fortuna Sittard, 13th in the league at the moment as we get back to league duty. And then we will play FC Utrecht, who are sort of literally block by block. So that a 6-pointer game and a decider almost, as long as it's not a draw, could just either give us a little bit of extra gap on them, or if they win it, could give them a gap on us, of course. And previously, we've lost to them 3 times, but our recent form against them, having said that, all at the Mandermakers, which, at their place, we've only ever lost, and we are playing at FC Utrecht at the Stadion Gallenwaard. So we need to make sure we get a result there. And also coming up in the next episode, we will have a draw for the Europa Conference League last 16, and we'll find out who we are playing. 2 episodes after that will be the first leg and PSV, and the second leg and Sparta Rotterdam. And we may even come back for the game against Feyenoord as we head towards the end of the season. Feyenoord and Groningen. And then we'll probably come back for the final 2 games of the season, PEC Zaval and Emmen, to see where we end up for the end of the season. I hope you can join me for those, and I hope you enjoyed the series and the episode so far. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Going Dutch and our other series, Bottom to the Top, as they are released. New episodes Going Dutch released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date what's happening on this channel is follow me on X at JustOffsideFM. Nearly didn't say that right then. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 47, and it's out on Monday. Till then, have yourselves a great weekend. Don't forget the other series, Bottom to the Top, goes out same time tomorrow. Why not go and have a watch? Bye.